keep saying, learn from nature. Why can't this cord be longer? I can't go that side. Anyway, not that I want to go there for some other reason, but yes. Wow, wonderful. Thanks. So, a spider is a very common sight in our houses everywhere. I'm not talking of the Spider-Man. That guy achieved something astounding. I'm not talking that, but I'm talking of a spider. I was once seeing a program on National Geographic or other Discovery, whatever. These are the only channels I really see with interest sometimes. And they were showing how a spider weaves its web. How many of you have seen this? Do you know the mechanism of how the spider's web is woven by this thing, by the spider? Have you seen it? It's really amazing. It's amazing. The spider, in its own saliva, has the ability to make a string. The strength of that string, if you take it physical, there are some qualities in physics they teach you, the tensileness or whatever. It's supposed to be stronger than the strongest of metal on the earth, right? What it does, just imagine, I'm telling you, I've seen this myself, and then I said, this is one point I should take in some of my talks. It is there, sitting on a beam like this. Why does a spider weave its web? It wants to catch a prey. Spider can't be running after small, not butterflies, moths and things just to eat, so it makes a web. So now it's sitting here, and it knows now how to weave a wave here like this. So it makes its own design, right? And then at the point at which that spider is sitting, it starts putting out its saliva. And the saliva gets stuck. The initial point of that saliva, whatever that micro ounce of that material is, it gets stuck. Like Fevicol or Jolt type, stuck. And then it starts secreting more and more saliva. That becomes a longer and longer string. It starts going down, 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 down. And see, every living being has its own brains. So spider sitting there has imagined that the first thread of its web has to be stuck here, at this point, across the beam. It is not a bird, it cannot fly. What it does, it starts going down by its own weight and by the strength of the string. At one particular point, when it starts dangling like that, and it knows that the length is sufficient to go to that point, it takes a swing. All of us have gone to swings in our childhood in the parks, the swing is very stationary, but once you start swinging, the swing starts increasing. It's like a pendulum, right? So it starts increasing. So when it knows the length is sufficient, it takes a larger swing, but it's not at the first attempt that the thing gets stuck. It's not the first attempt. So it fails. It doesn't give up. Why? Because the spider has attended my lecture. So this is no magician that told me not to give. It's a commitment. So it takes another swing. It increases strength. Goes again, next time. Again it fails. It does it 100 times. Doesn't do it. It takes some rest. Again takes a swing. And at the 101st time, the thing gets stuck. Then it now knows, now I have done it here, I have to do it here. So it repeats the procedure. Now, what is the single reason? Why is that spider successful? If you are to be told to do that, you will never do it. Tell me one single reason. Why can the spider succeed? Don't tell me consistency is the answer, but there's a word there in front of you. That's a good thing. But I'll tell you why the spider succeeds. Because it never attended a mathematics class. The spider doesn't know how to count. Why we give up? यार 50 बार हो गया है यार छोड़. If spider was told 1, 2, 3, he would have said 100 बार हो गया छोड़ दे यार. भूखा मर सड़ लेकिन छोड़. When it is, whether it is 100th time, it is 101st time, for him it is the first time. Because it doesn't know how to count. Sometimes an uneducated person does better in life than you in certain races because it doesn't know. Most of us give up in a race because we know how to look at the watch. Your mom has gifted. यार बहुत टाइम हो गया चलो 40 मिनट हो गए मेजर शिंदे बोर कर रहा है यार. Because you know how to look at the watch. Some of you doesn't know how to read a watch and say यार interesting है कहानी very interesting. Let me listen. So this is what it is. Consistency. Learn it from the spider. I keep telling you, learn this habit in yourself. Whenever you are moving across, you say, यार इसमें से मैं क्या सीख सकता हूँ? क्या सीख सकता हूँ? I keep giving you more examples from this. Like this. Quit. I know the mic for you, Manju. A quitter never. Master, yes. A quitter never wins and a winner never quits. Simple principle of life. If you want to, again it's related to the previous principle of not quitting, the spider. But if you will quit, you will never win. And you will win only if you don't quit. Keep working. Most beautiful principle is this. Don't quit. If your dream is fixed and you are committed to yourself, I'm going to achieve it. Don't quit. Because these two things are with you. And you quit, then you are a fool, then you have wasted your time. Don't quit. Next. A winner never quits, and a quitter never wins. Write this thing down somewhere in your, maybe in a bedroom, wherever. Somewhere. Right? Never quit. Next. Next. Okay. Another wonderful thing I'm going to tell you, again, that you must learn from nature or whatever, how we take things. The people who keep suggesting to us the various things, my friends around me, my parents, my wife, my spouse, my siblings, they keep suggesting certain things to you. But more than anything else, we ourselves keep suggesting something to ourselves. There is something called auto-suggestion, a very powerful thing. Maybe, I don't know, there was a book which I had once bought from Ajab Library in my childhood, which I read in some my school days. Swayam Suchna. You can write it down. Powerful Swayam Suchna. Keep telling yourself. Suchna. Swayam Suchna, auto-suggestion. Very powerful thing. But mostly, most of us